All right, cool. I think we are live. I hope you guys can hear me. We'll see. Wait a minute for people to pop in. My name is Emma. Welcome to Sonny's Place. And today we're going to cover, do a quick recap of the Homesteaders of America Conference 2022. Just kind of share a little bit about our experience there and just kind of the overall feeling after that weekend. And then we're going to go ahead and cover some things coming up this fall. Yeah, so just kind of going to hang out and chat. Hey, Anna, welcome aboard. It's good to see you, girl. Just drinking my water. Hope you're doing well. I know you're gearing up. You're getting ready for the Gulf Coast meetup, which is great. I'm excited for you. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, but hey, you have a good time there. Sorry, I'm like just in a rush. I just wrapped up a quick dinner and just getting started. But yeah, see who else pops in here. But if you have any questions at any point, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And yeah, so just let's chat. So Anna from Fermented Homestead is awesome. So we got to hang out a little bit in Virginia and just had a really good time. I really enjoyed meeting some of your friends. I believe Julie from Row & Co. And I didn't get to meet Constance. And so one of these days I'll get to meet her finally. But yeah, I'll just have to wait and see when I get to do that. Let's see. Yeah, so I see your crying face, Anna. So it's, yeah, I think it's just like really tight deadline to make. We hadn't planned on making that event, so I think it's just going to be tough on Matt to take care of the homestead while I'm away. After it not really being planned, he's got some big plans to work in the forge and work on some knives this fall and winter. So Anna, your question. So why didn't we get a pick? That's a great question. We actually did a good job of that at the Ozarks Expo. No idea why we didn't. Yeah, why we didn't get a picture of the two of us. But yeah, no, I won't be able to make that. But I have been chatting with Nicole and Ship, and they're really excited about the event. I'm like, I'm kind of bummed not to be able to go, but that's cool, whatever. So Homesteaders of America Conference, Anna can probably attest to this. I think one of the things that really stood out to me was just kind of like the overwhelming feeling of community and support by all the folks that were there. Even though like we didn't all know each other, there was still kind of this commonality, this thing that kind of brought us all together that, we want to know how to do this. We want to be able to raise and grow food in a sustainable way. And so I think that's pretty awesome. And just to be around in that type of environment where people just get you, like, there's no other feeling like that in the world. Like it really is. I think Ashley, my friend from Mulberry Branch, kind of said it best. She was just like, it's like a family reunion. And it's just weird to say because you're really like amongst like strangers almost, but it felt like family because everybody there gets you. You don't have to explain yourself or what you want to do to anybody. They just get it. And so it was really, really awesome to see and to be in that environment, to listen to these amazing speakers. I think I only got a chance to listen to a few myself because I was hanging out with family. Does that make sense? So people like Anna, people like Black's Tropical Homestead, Sherry and Bobby, and Ashley and Mark from Mulberry Branch, Chip and Nicole from Hidden Oaks Homestead. I included a bunch of links in the description below. So if you guys get a chance, go check them out. All of those friends that I met that weekend, some that I'd already met before and just got to kind of rekindle those relationships and just connect a little bit deeper this time. Friday night. So the event covers like Thursday workshops where you actually get some hands-on experience either butchering chickens or learning how to keep bees or whatever. They offer some really great classes on that. And then Thursday or Friday and Saturday are like speaker events and opportunities to check out vendors and makers from the area or surrounding area there. And so that's really cool. They had a lot of vendors this time. Anna, I don't know, you were there last year. So do you remember? Sorry, my dog's got an itch and her collar is loud. But do you remember last year, we didn't have quite as many vendors. Like it's just, I thought there was just a lot more this time. And so, yeah, it was really cool, like getting to walk around. I don't think I even got a chance to see most of them, but I did get to go check out a few that I had met before. And it was just great to kind of connect with them too. But yeah, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn is here. Kilo Hypoxia, how are you guys doing? So Rebecca, Anna, I don't know if you know, Rebecca is actually, yeah, you got to meet her at the Ozarks Expo. So she is actually not too far from me. So yeah, we're kind of neighbors per se. But yeah, there were a lot more vendors this time. Matt, actually, my husband Matt, he's kind of a major introvert, so he wasn't quite sure about the conference and how he was going to handle it. But he got to hang out with the blacksmith that was there. I believe his Instagram is Forged in Coal. I didn't get to add it to the description. I'll do that after this. But yeah, they got to kind of connect and talk a little bit about what they do. So that was really neat. He spent quite a bit of time there talking to him. But I think it was cool. Matt actually got to connect with some of my friends and their spouses. And so, and he really enjoyed that. For being kind of an introvert, he really enjoyed the event and had a lot of fun. So that was really cool. First day, Friday, I think I caught part of John Lavell's session and got interrupted. My kid called, and then I ran into to a few friends, so I didn't get to go back in there. But John Lavelle from the Warrior, I think it's this Warrior Poet Society, something like that. Incredible guy on self-defense and setting up security on your homestead and keeping that kind of front of mind as you're building out these things and sharing your experiences to the world. So anyway, so that was one of the sessions, and honestly, I can't even remember if I went to any others that first day because I was just so busy networking and meeting and making friends and checking out vendors. And then Friday night, that first night, we got to go over to my friend Don's house on the Little Mountain. His channel is Little Mountain Life. I also included his link in the description below. Mia, come here. And anyway, hung out with Dawn and a few of our closest friends, got to meet some amazing people. I actually included a bunch of their links in the description below. So if you guys want to check them out, go ahead and do that. Let's see, what else? Saturday, we actually got to go to a couple of the sessions. The one that really stood out to me was Daniel Salatin's, basically covering grazing livestock and just kind of what would you say? I guess learning how to do rotational grazing with livestock and how to basically adapt or mimic a migration grazing pattern on your property. And so I thought that was really cool. Hey, Ann, little Frenchie in Big Texas. How are you doing today, my friend? Hey, let's calm down. Let's calm down. The dogs are getting a little feisty right now. So if you hear them barking, that's what's going on. I've got 3 dogs and they're all kind of getting antsy. I let them out already, but for some reason, they're a little energetic. But anyway, yeah, it's good to see you, Anne and Anna and Rebecca. Let's see. Yeah, Daniel Selton, mimic grazing. I did learn, I don't know if you guys caught the video. We did a video a while back on foraging on our property. Gary and Cindy from Pathways Homestead came by and kind of shared, some of the stuff that we've got going or growing here on our property. But one of the things I wanted Gary to check out was our back property, and the grasses that are growing there. And so we found out that we've actually got really great foraging grasses growing on the back of our property, which is really exciting. Because a large part of our property is back there. We're on 11 acres, and I believe the back is probably a good 6 acres of pasture that's got fescue. We've got clover back there, and we've got Korean lespedeza. And so uh, all of those grasses are really great for raising livestock. And then at Daniel Salatin's talk, we were able to kind of figure out, or maybe do the math on how many kind of heads of cattle we could actually have on those 6 acres back there. Um, and so it was kind of exciting just to kind of think about. Even Matt was excited about thinking about it, which is kind of cool because he, even though he's been really supportive, he hasn't really been like, yeah, let's add some cows. But anyway, it was a really good informational session. I also learned a little bit about like how you want to follow, like what livestock is going to follow each, like as you're moving to different paddocks. So, whether you're raising sheep, cows, chickens, goats, all of that stuff, pigs. And so basically what he had said, and I don't want to miss, and I see Anne Marie is in here too. Hola, amiga. Anne Marie is the best. Got to hang out with her in Kentucky for the, what was that? The Heartland Homesteaders picnic. So that was really fun to see you there too. But yeah, so we're just he was talking about the patterns in terms of like what livestock you want following what. And so it all came down to, he said you could run sheep, then cows, and then chickens. And he said that ideally, or if you could, you could also do sheep and cattle together, and then followed by chickens. Of course, people were asking about goats and pigs, and Daniel's response was basically you can run them separately, or outside of those plans. And so sheep, cattle together, followed by chickens, something that we could do. We're not planning on having sheep at all, I don't think. But cows, cows are definitely in the picture, and we have chickens already. So it's just a matter of kind of figuring out, is that something we want to do here, or is something we want to set up when we move? So, I mean, it's going to be a while before we move. So, yeah. Your second best, Anne of all trades is best. I can't argue there. What's funny though? I have all of the Anns in here. So we've got Anne Marie, we've got Anne who's in Texas, and we've got Anna from Fermented Homestead. So you ladies are representing. That's for sure. Rebecca, I don't know what to say, girl. But yeah. But anyway, look, I really appreciate you guys popping in. It's been a minute since I've been on here. I think the last video that I put out was 3 weeks ago. Is that right? 3 weeks ago. And it was basically the harvesting of our Cornish cross chickens. So I do have a recap video of that entire series coming out on Saturday. I will be premiering that video, and it's just going to be a recap of our Cornish cross series. We're going to have the full weight tally. We're going to have a cost comparison. So stay tuned for that. Also going to be sharing some of the things that I learned along the way, maybe some things I do differently. So yeah, that's going to be coming out on Saturday. So look for that. And then we'll be resuming our normal posting schedule next week. So I'm really excited about that. Rebecca is driving and listening. That's all right. Don't be texting if you're driving. I appreciate you listening though. Thank you so much. But yeah, so let's see what else. So Daniel Salatin, we popped into, I cannot remember her name, one of the sessions, but again, we just popped in for a little bit and then went out to meet friends and hang out on that Saturday, and kind of hugged a lot of necks, said a lot of really sad goodbyes because I didn't want to say goodbye to anybody. Again, like I said, it was a lot like a family reunion. You just kind of make friends and don't want to say goodbye. So it was really, really cool. But Saturday night, we got to chill after the event in our hotel room for a little bit, just kind of process everything. I was Marco Poloing Anna a little bit. She got to go hang out with the Stivers, who I finally got to meet this weekend or this last weekend. And it was freaking amazing. They're just the sweetest people. Also included them in the description below, but most of you guys know who they are anyway. So, all right, we've got some new people in here. We've got Hedgehog's Homestead. We've got the Naked Gardeners. It's Tori. Hi, sweetheart. She's like one of my besties. I think I talk to Tori like every day now. So excited. Yeah, I think Tori and Sid from the Naked Gardeners, they're kind of like our unofficial mentors, like homestead mentors. So when we were processing our turkeys, there were a lot of things that we could have probably done better. But yeah, so we kind of had to fail the first day. And we were literally FaceTiming Tori and Sid that evening. And so just kind of figuring out how we can fine tune things for a better process the next day. And we did. The process was a lot smoother the next day. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. We've got Evelyn Newman. Hello, sweet lady. Lori Karp is in here. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for popping in. It has been a while, so I really do appreciate the support. But yeah, and then she's like kind of one of my new besties. Now, Anna, I was going to say, like, if I can scrounge up some money for a ticket and get down to your place, because we have a farm truck I can drive a few hours, but if I could do that, maybe I could make it to the Gulf Coast meetup. Who knows? I might be able to find a way, but we'll see. I'll have to talk to the man and see what he says if that would work. But anyway, it's just an idea, tossing that out there. But yeah, I was just thinking about that because I drove the truck today. But oh man, I drove so we're down a car. My husband's car, Matt, his car blew up. So lost the transmission. And so we're down a car. And so Thursdays are officially my work from home day, except I had to meet a friend for lunch that I hadn't seen in 3 weeks. And so I hopped in our farm truck, Big Red. And so anyway, got to do that. And yeah, so I met her for lunch and had some authentic Chinese food. And so that stuff is amazing. And it's not the Americanized stuff. It was like legit Chinese food. And it was delicious and spicy and full of flavor and just amazing. So, and of course, the company was pretty great too. So anyway, that's what I did tonight. Oh, see, Anna, don't tempt me. Anna said I could hitch a ride. Man, that would be so awesome. I'll have to Marco Polo you tonight because I might be able to do that. But yeah, we'll just have to see if I can get to you by Wednesday. Oh, snap. I might be able to do that. Margie's in here. Margie, sweetheart, how are you doing? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I haven't seen you guys in a while. Sorry. Again, like I haven't posted a video in like 3 weeks and I haven't done a live in a while. So, I'm hoping to change that. Let me know. You guys leave a comment there. Let me know if you'd like to see more regular lives. And let me know if you like the setup. I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. So Jake and Becky from White House on the Hill did their presentation at the Ozarks Homesteading Expo. And I really liked how they had their the TV kind of set up behind them playing video. And I don't know, I just liked it. And so I wanted to do something similar to that and kind of, share some of my videos up there. Let me know if you guys like that, if you like this setup, or if you want me to go back to the dinner table, make it a little bit more cozy. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down there. Anna, I'm going to message you tonight. We might have to do some scheming and I might have to do some sweet talking with the hubby. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, thanks, Anne Marie. Yeah, I kind of like it too. I think it kind of sets a different tone to the day, but yeah, I wasn't quite sure how this would look. I kind of like it though, but yeah, let me know if you guys do, because if you guys don't like it, then let me know, because that's totally different from what I would do. But yeah. Oh, well, see, that's okay, Anne, because, I'm not talking or at least some of the stuff I'm talking about isn't as interesting sometimes, so I don't know, maybe yeah. But I don't mind you guys watching either as I'm talking, so because I don't have any sound back there, but yeah. Do you guys like my mug? Check it out. Isn't it great? Although I think I need to get one that says queen. I think I need to get a queen one. Let me know. Yeah, so Tori, you're right. So she says, as we go into the season of darkness, lives are a great place of community. We're discussing upping our schedule for the season, doing interviews. Yeah, so the Naked Gardeners, so Sid and Tori have been doing some, or they just started their interview series. They just interviewed Sean from The Mindful Farmer about a week or so ago. And you guys got to go check that out. It was really, really great. They did a great job. I'm actually one of the moderators for that. So I got to enjoy that as it happened. But they're planning some really, really great lives, interviewing some really cool folks. I know they have one lined up that I know you guys would be excited about. I'm not going to share because I'm going to let them share that news. But yeah, like if you guys, again, like I think you're right, Tori. I think in this, like, once things start winding down and we get into those colder temps, I think we're going to want more interaction as a community. And so I'm thinking about doing more regular lives. I don't know if it would be weekly or if I would do like some bi-weekly lives, but definitely regularly scheduled ones. And then hopefully work in some with Matt. The problem with Thursdays is that he's not here, so we can't do them together, but yeah. Oh, see, and you did it. Oh, see, so Anne Marie says she'd rather have them watch the TV than me. You know, I kind of feel that too. So that's why one of the reasons I wanted to give you guys options, give you guys choices, let you choose. Do you want to watch me on the screen or do you want to watch this? Unedited, unfiltered right here. uh, and of course, yeah, Tori just said Chickenlandia. So Dahlia from Welcome to Chickenlandia is going to be their next guest. So be sure to check that out. I think they do their lives once a month. I'm not sure if that's still the plan, Tori, if you want to let us know. And you can even post on there when your next live is scheduled. But yeah, I was really excited when you said when you shared who your next interview was going to be. I love Dahlia. She is a wealth of knowledge on raising chickens, treating chickens when they're sick, and just raising, healthy chickens. And so that's a really great interview. I can't wait for that one. We got some new folks. Jovita, hola amiga, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenidos. We've got, oh my goodness, Jack, what's going on, man? Mindful Homestead. He's awesome. I got to hang out with Jack quite a bit this last weekend. Man, I had a really good time. I haven't gotten to use your soap yet, but my daughters have, and they love it. If you guys haven't checked it out, I'll actually link it in the description below, or you guys can just check it out on his channel. So Jack from the Mindful Homestead makes pork lard or lard soap, and he's got some like beard oils and stuff, some good stuff. So be sure to go check that stuff out. My daughters are absolutely loving it right now, and I'm not. So I haven't used it yet. So I'll let you know. But I'm sure if they do, then I know I will too. But yeah. So let's see. So Tori said that the first Saturday of every month is where they're going to be doing their lives, but they are discussing a mid-month. Okay, cool. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, let us know for sure. Oh man, Jack, yeah, they absolutely love it, man. Yeah, it's so cool. Also, like, I'm just really glad that I got to spend more time with you this time. Really enjoyed that. And then also like the fact that you guys got to meet Matt, because Matt's kind of, I was sharing earlier, he's kind of an introvert. And so he's very slow to like add people into his circle. And so we got home Sunday night and we were going to bed and he says, I spent all of my money, but I had fun. And I was like, that's the best thing. That's what I wanted to hear. So the fact that he had a good time and made some friends, especially like men, like he doesn't have a lot of guy friends. And so he's very slow to make friends with guys. And so anyway, he had a really great time. I think he got to connect with a lot of guys Friday night at Dawn's. And I think guys that he really is just kind of excited about developing friendships with. So that's kind of cool. But yeah. Yeah, okay, so Tori just kinda spilled it there, or she didn't spill it, but she's, shared some really fun stuff. So Jack from the Mindful Homestead and his wife are expecting, and they're gonna have a little girl. So go, you know, dad, girl dads. Matt is also a girl dad. So yeah, that's so cool. Oh, okay. So Jack also said don't order any yet. They're almost out, but they have a big drop coming on Black Friday. So Black Friday, Mindful Homestead is going to put a drop on some soaps and beard oils. So be sure to check that out. Tori, you are very, very, very right. So Matt is a secret awesome gift. He is awesome. He's just the coolest. Hmm. Yeah, Anna, so he should come sometime. Maybe next year we could do the Ozarks Homesteading Expo, and I can drag maybe we can both drag our husbands there and they can hang out. So I think that'd be kind of cool. I think he'd enjoy that. Yeah, for sure. Again, thanks so much, guys, for popping in. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Again, like I said, it's been a while since I've done this, so I wasn't sure how many people would be showing up, but I've got some of my besties in here. You guys are awesome. And so, anyway, yeah. Jack, yeah, I'm really excited for you guys. Having daughters is just kind of super special thing. But yeah, I love it. We're kind of on the other phase now. Our kiddos aren't so little anymore. I mean, you got to meet them this weekend. They also had a blast this weekend at the conference, and so I was really excited for them. But yeah, oh yeah, Rebecca, thank you so much. Yeah, if you're liking this, go hit that like button, like and subscribe. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, cool. It's getting darker. It's getting too dark, like too early. Oh my goodness. So, how is everybody doing today? The weather has been phenomenal today. It's been a little gusty, so not sure. I think our dishy up on the roof is like hanging in there. I don't know if you guys know this, but we have Starlink, and Matt actually got dishy, the little dish, satellite dish, up on the roof somehow, some way, all by himself. And today, with it being a little blustery, I was kind of expecting our signal to kind of pop in and out, but it looks like we've got a good feed. I haven't gotten any delays. We're not lagging at all. So I think that's good. So, and it's actually hung in there. We've had some pretty bad storms blow through here while that's been up on the roof. And so Starlink is legit, guys. If you guys can't get good high-speed internet, I highly suggest Starlink if you're able to get it in your area. I know that there was a waiting list, so we kind of waited, I think, like a year before we were able to get it. So there is a bit of a wait, but it is so worth it, guys. So worth it. Oh, yeah. Kavita, there are leaves everywhere. It's so pretty. I think tomorrow is actually our peak uh fall day, like in terms of the leaves in all their colors. So I think I might, if it's not as windy as today, I might take the drone out and get some really pretty fall footage just of our area, because we've got some really pretty trees out here. But yeah. Okay, Anna, what are you talking about? You said you want to, but they're so far out. Oh my goodness. Tori, yeah, so seasonal depression is a thing. Yeah, and so I think you're right. I think, maybe it is something like worth looking into in terms of uh, doing some more regular lives, just to kind of create an environment for people to connect, during that season. So, yeah, maybe we will look into that. That might be a good way around that, because um I can't say that I can't say that I suffer from that or that I have issues with that, but I know a lot of folks do. So yeah, that's something definitely I'll keep in mind. Anna, you were talking about Starlink. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. So I was actually surprised, Anna, that we were able to get it here. I thought for sure we'd be on the waiting list for at least a couple of years. It was just over a year when they finally let us know that we were getting it and when to expect it. And we were just like so excited because Matt works from home, and his ability to work is really like to be able to get his work done efficiently and well really depends a lot on his the quality of the internet connection. And so once we got Starlink, that really kind of changed the game for us. And so I think that it's been a really great addition. So anybody that homesteads and they're talking about high-speed internet, like the first words out of my mouth are like, sign up for Starlink because it's a game changer for us, especially for those of us who are here on YouTube creating content. You're having to wait hours and hours to upload content. I know Anne Marie from Big Dreams Tiny Budget, she has that issue. I mean, she has to wait longer than I do here or before Starlink to upload content. It takes forever. And so, sometimes like a whole day for some people. And I can't imagine, having to, wait on that. And then, you basically can't use your computer for anything else while it's doing that. And so, and then in those instances where it just like cuts off because you lost connection, after a few hours. And so I can't even imagine that now. Anne Marie finally got high speed internet. Girl, yes. That's so awesome. That's exciting. Man, that's so cool. Oh, get a drink. I haven't talked this much since the Homesteaders of America Conference. Man, again, though, I got to meet some great people. So there were some people that I met for the first time that I was really excited about getting to meet. So you guys all know, I mean, the Stivers, Jen and Zach, I got to meet them for the first time. I've chatted with them for a bit. I've actually chatted with Grammy Karen more than anybody. And in terms of like the Stivers, but holy cow, like it was just so great to finally get to meet them and hug on them. Who else did I get to meet? I got to meet Amy from Magnolia Pines as well. She was hanging out. Who was she hanging out with? Crud. Was that Chip and Nicole? I think that was Chip and Nicole. So I got to meet, of course, hang out with Chip and Nicole from Hidden Oaks Homestead. Got to hang out with Jack. Got to hang out with Don from Little Mountain Life. Anna from Fermented Homestead. Got to say hi to Emily Toops. I don't know if you guys know Emily Toops from Toops & Co. She makes natural skincare products and makeup. Super amazing lady, really knows her stuff about natural skincare and staying away from some of the toxic stuff that you find in the stores. And let's see, new folks that I got to meet this time. So the Stivers, you got to geek out meeting Jess for like 4 seconds. That's so cool. So funny story, I actually got to meet Jess a few years ago at the Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival, the last one they had right before the COVID shutdown. And so I got to go to that, met Jess and Maya, and got to hang out with her. I met Natalie from Hey, It's a Good Life there. And got to kind of develop some friendships there. Also met Ben and Meg Holler there, Stacy from Doug and Stacy. So I met some really cool folks there. Mike Dixon from The Fit Farmer. Who else was there? Gosh, I got to meet so many people at the Baker Creek thing, but that was like a few years ago. And then I went to HOA that same year and got to hang out. Sammy, off. So my dog's over there trying to get on the couch, not having it. So anyway, HOA that year also got to see Jess again. And so anyway, she actually remembered me. And so like I can actually hug her neck now. So I don't know if we're friends yet, but I did get to chat with her and she knows who I am. So that was kind of cool. In fact, when I saw her at HOA just a few days ago, I did just kind of go say hi and gave her a hug. She also remembers my daughter and remembered her name. Like all the people that she's gotten to meet that just come and just want to talk to Jess and meet her, Jess remembered my daughter's name. And so it was funny because I was watching my daughter's face when she remembered and she just kind of lit up and was like, oh my gosh, this lady remembers who I am and she only met me once. And so I thought that was the coolest thing. Speaking of, I did get to meet Black's Tropical Homestead, my soil sister. How's it going? Oh my goodness. Thanks for hopping on, lady. So I got to meet them and talk with them for a little while. That was really cool. I did make it on their live. I hope I did okay there. But yeah, oh my gosh, it was so good to see you. What else? So, Anna, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if even Tori is still here, but there's a joke going around amongst our little crew. So, our little crew is me and my husband, Sydney and Tori, and Chip and Nicole, that I apparently know everybody. And so Jess is definitely I have met her before. Actually reconnected with Jason and Lorraine at the Homestead Festival in Tennessee, and that was really great. And yeah, so that was cool. I was actually trying to talk Anne from Anne of All Trades to coming to HOA, but she had another thing going on in New York, a makers camp. And so I thought that was really neat that she was going to that. But yeah, she wasn't able to come to HOA. But yeah, so I got to meet them. Hey, let's chill. Let's chill. They're getting feisty again, guys. Sorry. Oh, you're both here now. Hey, all right. That's awesome. You guys are great. Love you guys so much. But yeah, let's see. Who else did I get to meet, guys? New people. I shared it in my my description. Oh, I did get to reconnect with Jill from Whispering Willows Farm. Let's see who else. Faith Family Homestead and Our Freedom Song. So Dominique and Taquisha, beautiful, beautiful ladies. Got to reconnect with them. Got to reconnect with Jean and Joyce and their beautiful daughter, Avonlea. Yeah, that was really cool. Jack, you are correct. I did get to meet your mom and dad. I didn't get to talk to them too much. Next time we will do that. Oh yeah, I did get to meet. So the first night that we got there, we actually were driving into Front Royal, and everybody was hungry. Like we were all hungry in the car, just like we got to eat. So we had already planned on going to Spelunkers, which is like the favorite burger joint there in Front Royal. So we literally got to Front Royal and drove straight to Spelunkers. Don from Little Mountain Life was like, I'll meet you guys there. And then he's like, Jack and Morgan are coming. And I was like, what? Okay, so Jack, yeah. I've met Jack before, got to hang out with him before, but holy cow. So I got to meet Morgan from Goldshaw Farm, and that was really cool. Just like hanging out there, like we're eating burgers. Morgan was really awesome. He was eating like a veggie veggie sandwich that looked actually really delicious. And so anyway, got to meet him. Hey, come on, stop. And so, yeah, that was really cool. Was not expecting to get to hang out with Morgan like that. So, and get to talk shop. Like we're literally sitting there talking about butchering animals while we're eating cheeseburgers at this local burger joint in Front Royal. So I hope we didn't gross out any of the patrons there. But that's what we did. So I also got to meet Josh and Aaron from Wild Wonderful Off Grid. That was pretty cool. Was not expecting that. John said that might happen, but I wasn't sure if it would, and it did. So that was kind of cool. Got to meet Amy from the Magnolia Pines, Julie from Rowan Co. And then I did get to meet Katie from the Modern Day Settlers. So that was really neat. Just the people that I got to meet there. And that's not including like the people that I kind of like reconnected and hung out with. So that was really neat. But yeah, what a fun weekend. If you guys don't, if you haven't made it to HOA, that's definitely one of those conferences that I wouldn't miss. And so I highly recommend it. Like if you can work it into your calendar, definitely go there. It's just a unique experience. Great lineup of speakers. So Hedgehog's Homestead was talking about HOA. And so they do have a different event in Tennessee, but I don't know. I haven't been to that one, so I don't know what the kind of atmosphere is there. I can only speak to the one in Virginia, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, Jack, I was just talking about, so Jack said that he only went to like 2 talks and then spent the whole weekend schmoozing. And I did pretty much the same thing. So I had every intent to go and check out some of the speakers and learn, but ended up finding myself just kind of like enjoying talking to friends and meeting new people. So yeah, I don't know. And you know what? I had an amazing experience. So I can't say that it was bad. Like it was just so great. And then the sessions I did go to were good. Like Daniel Salatin, to me, like that one was the one that stood out the most to me. I know, Jack, that you had one in particular that you really enjoyed, and that's great. But Okay, so Jack just said that Amy Fuel, who's the founder of HOA, said that next year there's going to only be the event in Virginia. So that's cool. I know that they've got the Okie Homestead usually in the spring. That's in Pryor, Oklahoma. So we have a Ozarks Homesteading Expo that also happens in August in Marshfield, Missouri. So keep that in mind. There's also what else we've got? There's a Homestead Festival that's going to be in Columbia, Tennessee, which is just outside of Nashville, and that's happening in June. I believe it's the same weekend as the Okie Expo, from what I saw on the calendar. I was already looking at the calendar for next year. So if you guys are thinking about it, keep that in mind. And then let's see. I'm not sure. So Ashley from Mulberry Branch is also, they have one that's going on in Indiana now. There's the Gulf Coast Homesteaders Meetup that's actually happening in a couple of weeks. And then Jack from the Mindful Homestead, I think he just mentioned it too. I was going to talk about it, buddy. Don't worry. He's doing the Homesteaders of New England gathering, and which looks amazing. If you were closer, man, I would totally make it to that because it just looks amazing. But I'm not in that region, so I know a lot of the talks are geared towards people in that area and like what you guys can do there, which I think is great to see all of these kind of regional meetups and conferences pop up because it really is about building community. I think Jack, you had talked about that when you got back from HOA last year, is that kind of feeling of like wanting to connect with your local community and creating an environment to do that. And so that's why we have the Homesteaders of New England meetups or gathering now. That's why the Gulf Coast Homesteaders meetup is there. That's why the Ozarks Homesteading Expo is happening. That's why we've got Okie, Indiana, all of these really great events. They're popping up because everyone wants to feel a part of that community of homesteaders. And so of people that, like I was talking about earlier, you have a place where you can go and immediately you belong. And so I think it's really awesome. Oh yeah, and I forgot, Black's Tropical Homestead. They also do one too. They have like, what is it called? Your Soil Family Expo. They're also doing one there. And I think that's in South Carolina. Can you correct me, Sherry? I think that's correct. Yeah, and they're going to the Gulf Coast meetup. So Anna from Fermented Homestead, if you are still here, girl, I might have to hitch a ride with you because there are some just amazing people that are going to that. So Tori, Sid, are you guys going? Are you guys going to the Gulf Coast meetup? Because if you are, yeah, I might have to do that. Savannah, Georgia, that's where it is. Yeah. All right, cool. So Soil Family Expo in Savannah on April Fool's weekend. So keep that in mind too if you're in that area. There's a lot of really great regional conferences. So try and find one in your area. If you're in an area like west of, I think there's also one in Kansas happening now that Gary and Cindy from Pathways Homestead are coordinating too. And so there's just a lot of really cool events that are happening. So get connected with people, go do that, like go build community because it really does matter. So when I went to the Ozarks Homesteading Expo, there were a few people that I already knew that were going to that, but that's where I got to meet Anna and really connect with her. And I chat with Anna, I don't know, a few times during the week now. And she's amazing. And just to build community here in the state of Missouri with people that live here that understand our climate and our soil. I mean, that's, you're not going to find that you might find that at HOA, but it's going to be harder to find those people that really understand your area and your state and like regulations that are in your state as well. And so, yeah, so I highly recommend going to those events. So keep those in mind, build community, all of that stuff. And then, so the other thing, the crappy thing for me, guys, is that I have to limit if I get to go to any conferences next year because we're planning a big trip. And so if you guys have gotten to talk to us face to face, you guys probably know. And if we saw you at HOA this weekend, you guys probably know my oldest daughter is in college right now, and she's actually preparing to study abroad. And that would be next year, next school year. And we are planning to go out to visit her. And so right now, all of our funds have started flowing into a savings account basically for this trip. And so we'll be taking our first international trip as a family. And as you guys know, that's not cheap. And then, of course, we got to cover the costs while we're there too. And I'm actually going to do something that I've never done before, guys. Not only are we going international next year, I'm actually going to be gone for a whole month. That's my plan. And so I've got enough time built up at work. I can actually take 4 weeks, 4 entire weeks off, and I'm going to go and hang out with my daughter and visit a whole other country where I don't know the language. So I'm a little nervous about that, but I've got a little bit of time to prepare for that. But yeah, so because of that, I might not be able to go to as many conferences as I did this year. That was one of the reasons I kind of loaded up on conferences this year, is because I wasn't sure if I'd get to go to many next year. So Jack. So she wants to study in South Korea, and so that's where we will be going. And so I do have a little familiarity with the food, and I watch a lot of K dramas and listen to K-pop. Don't judge me, I do. So I have some familiarity with that, but yeah, I'm really excited to go and do that with her, and go spend have some one-on-one time with my daughter in a whole different country. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. But that means, again, like I said, I probably won't be able to go to as many conferences next year, and depending on the timing of our trip, we might not be able to do HOA. And if that's the case, that means that I won't be able to do the Gulf Coast meetup next year either. So that's why I'm kind of like thinking maybe I will hitch a ride with Anna if you don't mind company. I might do that, because holy cow, I won't get to do it next year probably. So man, that's a lot going on. Oh man. Yeah. Okay, Jack. All I can think is Shorzy asking the reporter to get some bibimbap. All right. Bibimbap is amazing. If you haven't had it yet, I highly recommend it, but you need to find it at a good, authentic place, because that stuff is delicious. So is kimchi. If you've ever had kimchi, it's amazing. I used to think that it wasn't that great, and now that I've actually had it, like for real, in the real food, I love it. It's amazing. I love the stew, kimchi jjigae. It's super good. My daughter actually learned how to make it, and she learned how to make tteokbokki, which is spicy rice cakes. And so she makes that when she's here at home. And I love it when she does, because it's delicious. I don't know how to make it, so she gets to cook for us when we do that. I had some kimchi pancakes, also delicious. Highly recommend them. But yeah. Oh, see, look, Tori is just kind of attesting to that. She said they found a really amazing homesteading community there and through Facebook. So I know Facebook is kind of frowned upon, but guys, build community where you are, find where they are, and get connected with people, because there are some amazing people around you. In fact, the rooster that we have, Franklin, our little I guess I shouldn't call him little. He's not little anymore. But Franklin, our Buff Orpington rooster, I was able to pick up from 12 minutes away from a local lady who absolutely spoils her chickens and has too many roosters. And so I messaged her one day after I found her on one of our local Missouri groups, and found out she's only 12 minutes from me. And I was like, all right, so how spoiled are these chickens? And is he a good rooster? And so I went to visit her, a little nervous about it. And I got there, and I noticed that lady treats her chickens really well, and the roosters are really well mannered, which is hard to find. Most, as you guys know, most roosters are kind of jerks. And Buff Orpingtons just kind of I have a soft spot for them. And yeah, so I found this guy and brought him home, and he fit right into my flock. And he's been a great addition so far. And I got him because I connected with somebody locally through Facebook. So find your community where they are. go to these events, go on Facebook and get connected with those groups, the homesteading groups, chicken groups, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Go find them. Oh my gosh, Tori, I am so excited about the trip, girl. And it's like a whole year away, but it's like it's hard to like not be excited about it. And so she just turned in her passport stuff, and I've got to do that too because I don't have one. So I've got to get that process started. So that's kind of exciting. Jack, fried kimchi and duck eggs are your jam. Oh man, I need to try that, dude. I've got duck eggs and I've got some kimchi. Huh. I actually have some old kimchi. I probably need to make some kimchi pancakes with it because it's best to use it with older kimchi. So I've got some fresh green onions in the garden that I could use for that. I need to do that. Ronnie Weaver, how's it going? Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. It's a beautiful Thursday fall day. The sun's going down. I got to go put the ducks up here in a few minutes, but I wanted to hang out with you guys, chat a little bit and get caught up because it's been a minute since the last time I've been live or been on YouTube. I think 3 weeks is what I said. Oh, 3 weeks since since I posted a video, but I have more people here now, so I'll go ahead and say it. I've got a new video. I've got a recap of our Cornish cross series coming out Saturday. I'll be doing a premiere. We're going to cover the total weight tally of the 26 Cornish cross chickens that we raised. And then I'm going to do a cost comparison of that and kind of share some of the stuff that I learned along the way, do's and don'ts, all that fun stuff. So that'll premiere on Saturday. I'm really excited about that. And then next week, I'll be continuing on to our normal schedule. So I'm excited to get back in the groove of things. But yeah. Oh, and the other thing I love about Korean food, and I guess you can't call it Korean food because it's to drink. Hey, excuse me, is soju. I don't know if you guys have ever tried soju. So SOJU, it is their liquor. Some good stuff, guys. It's real smooth if you get the good stuff. Hey, chill. But yeah. If you haven't tried it, I recommend that too. So, hey guys, hey, they're getting feisty here. Maybe it's time for me to hop off and go do some chores, put the ducks up. It is getting dark. But hey, we'll probably go ahead and wrap it up. I just noticed that I'm cooking behind me back here. What am I making? Oh yeah. So I think that is the lomo saltado recipe. If you guys haven't checked it out, go do that. So I made lomo saltado is I believe a Peruvian, is that right? Peruvian stir fry steak. And it's delicious. If you haven't checked it out, go do that. It's really delicious. It's one of our favorite dishes. But yeah, I think I might go ahead and head out, guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging in here with me. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for popping in and supporting my channel. Anna, I'm going to go ahead and message you here in a minute after I get done putting the ducks up. But really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for your support. Go ahead and hit that like if you haven't done that yet. But again, thanks for hanging out with me today. Adios.